Football Facts presents Best Starting 11 coming through the youth system of West Ham. Goalkeeper Nigel Spink. Spink joined the youth system of West Ham at a young age but never appeared for the club. He joined Chelmsford City when he was 17 and 1 year later joined Aston Villa. His breakthrough came 4 years later on the final of the European Cup. Before that game he had played just once, but 10 minutes into the game the first choice keeper, Jimmy Rimmer, was injured and Spink was called into action. He put a magnificent performance, stopping the efforts of Bayern Munich, as Aston Villa managed to win 1-0 and claimed its first and only European Cup. He stayed at the club until 1996, playing 449 games as he is the 6th all-time top performer for Aston Villa. Centre-back Rio Ferdinand. Ferdinand made his debut for the first team of West Ham in 1996 when he was at the age of 18. Gradually he became a regular for the club and soon attracted the interest of bigger clubs. He joined Leeds in November of 2000 for £18 million, and in the summer of 2002 he joined Manchester United for £29 million. With United he excelled and later formed a very strong partnership with Nemanja Vidic as the Red Devils dominated England. During his time at Manchester he won 6 Premier League titles, 2 League Cups and 1 Champions League. He also played 81 games for England, featuring in the World Cups of 2002 and 2006. Centre-back Bobby Moore. Moore is possibly the most iconic figure for the English football, as he was the captain of England in the sole World Cup victory in 1966. He debuted for West Ham at the age of 17 and went on to play 16 years for the club. During his time at the club he won 1 FA Cup and 1 Cup Winners' Cup, captaining the team in both titles. In 1996 he partnered alongside Jack Charlton on the defence as England won the World Cup at home soil. In total he played 108 games for England and scored 2 goals. Right back Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson joined the academy of West Ham at the age of 9. In 2002, at the age of 18 he was given on loan to Championship fierce rival Millwall, where he made his professional debut. In January of 2003 he returned to West Ham, where he managed to break into the first team. At the end of the season he was transferred to Chelsea, where he won the Premier League and the League Cup. He later played for Portsmouth, helping the team to win the FA Cup in 2008, the first major trophy since 1950. In 2009 he joined Liverpool, where he won the League Cup in 2012. He played 54 games for England and scored 1 goal, featuring in 2 World Cups and 1 European Championship. Left back Kieran Richardson. Richardson spent most of his youth career with West Ham before joining the youth academy of Manchester United, where he made his professional debut. During his time at Old Trafford he won the Premier League and the League Cup before joining Sunderland in 2007. He later played for Fulham, Aston Villa, and Cardiff. He also represented England in 8 games and scored twice. Defensive midfielder Michael Carrick. Carrick is one of the most complete midfielders of his generation. He started his career with West Ham, where he soon attracted the interest of big clubs. In 2004 he joined Tottenham for around £4 million. He stayed at the club for 2 seasons and joined Manchester United in 2006 for £19 million. He successfully replaced club legend Roy Keane at a period where Alex Ferguson would reform United. He is still active at the age of 35 and so far won 5 Premier League titles, 1 English Cup, 3 League Cups, 1 Champions League and 1 Europa League. Though he was a world-class player he gained only 34 caps for England, and in many occasions the English coaches were criticised for leaving him out in favour of Gerrard and Lampard, leaving gaps on the midfield line. Central midfielder Martin Peters. Peters started his professional career with West Ham, making his debut in 1962 at the age of 19. He stayed at the club until 1970, where he won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1965. In March of 1970 he joined Tottenham, where he stayed until 1975, winning the League Cup twice and the UEFA Cup once. At international level he had a key role for England in the World Cup of 1966, as he scored on the final against West Germany on the sole World Cup glory of England. Attacking midfielder Frank Lampard. After a loan spell at Swansea he broke into the first team of West Ham in 1996, and by next season he was a very important first-team member. Lampard joined Chelsea in 2001, where he would become a club legend, staying in Stamford Bridge until 2014, winning everything. He won the Premier League 3 times, the English Cup 4 times, the League Cup 2 times, and he also won both the Champions League and the Europa League. He played 106 games for England and scored 29 goals. He represented his country on 3 World Cups and 2 European Championships. Right winger Joe Cole. Joe Cole started his career with West Ham as a very promising winger in 1998. Gradually he became one of the best youngsters in England and attracted the interest of big clubs. He eventually joined ex-teammate Frank Lampard at Chelsea in 2003 at the age of 22. During his first years at the club he was one of the best players, but his level of performances was gradually decreased. He stayed at the club until 2010, winning the Premier League 3 times, the FA Cup 3 times and the League Cup twice. He later played for Liverpool, Lille, a second spell with West Ham and Aston Villa before joining Tampa Bay in the United States. He played 56 games for England and scored 10 goals, featuring in 3 World Cups and 1 European Championship. Left winger Jermaine Defoe. Defoe joined the academy of West Ham at the age of 16 from Charlton Athletic. 2 years later he was given on loan to Bournemouth in order to gain experience, and in 2001 returned to the club, where he became a first-team regular. In January of 2004, at the age of 21, he was transferred to Tottenham, where he would have some amazing performances. In January of 2008 he joined Portsmouth, but after exactly 1 year he returned to Tottenham, where he would stay for 5 more years. He later joined Sunderland, where he was again one of the best players. He is currently the 7th all-time top scorer of Premier League, with good chances of moving higher. Striker Geoff Hurst. Hurst started his career as a youngster of West Ham, and after some slow seasons he broke into the first team in 1961 at the age of 21. His scoring abilities were proven by next season, as he had a more central role. He stayed at the club until 1972, playing 500 games, scoring 242 goals. During his time at the club he won the English Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup. In 1966 he was named in the English squad for the World Cup. He was a reserve for the 3 first games, but Jimmy Greaves got injured, so Hurst was picked for the rest of the competition. He scored the winner against Argentina in the quarter-finals, and then England progressed on the final by winning Portugal 2-1, with Hurst setting up the second goal for Bobby Charlton. On the final, Hurst was on the lineup even though Greaves was fully fit. He scored a hat-trick as England won West Germany 4-2. This still remains the only hat-trick on a World Cup final. Do you believe that players like Paul Ince, Mark Noble and James Tomkins should be included here? How can these 11 footballers be compared to those of Manchester United? Watch the video about Manchester United and the other top academies and comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.